All right, guys, what's up? What's up? It says I am live. I'm testing the new microphone. If you can't hear me, comment immediately. But otherwise, hey guys, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I just heard it on my phone, so we're good to go. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. In this video, I have a bunch of announcements I'm going to go over. But first, I want to talk to you guys about the fourth E. And so, what I mean by the fourth E is we have core values here at CrossFit OIL. We have effort, excellence, and empathy. Let me get my notes. I'm gonna put them right here so I can look at you guys while I'm reading. Effort, excellence, and empathy. Okay, but I've kind of been toying around with a new one. I'm not saying we're going to throw a new core value at you, but I've been toying around with this new one. I've heard this word a lot lately, and crazy. But along with all of it, CrossFit actually announced yesterday. CrossFit Incorporated, the parent company that kind of runs everything that blew up the fitness industry years ago, announced that they are going back to their mantra and their motto of forging elite fitness, which is actually my word. This word's been ringing true in my personal life for the last couple of months. I've taken it on myself in new ways, and I want to share a little bit about that with you guys. And that's how I'm going to kick off and go through some of our kind of big announcements. I've got them all different categories. So that's the fourth one I've been toying with recently, elite. So one very common thing amongst elite teams, I want you to think, let's go sports analogy. I want you to think of an elite team. When you think of the most elite football team, I'll stick with that since we're in football season. Who do you think of? Okay. And when you think of them and just a group of elite teams or dynasties over the years, something they all have in common is they all win in the fourth quarter. Okay. And by win in the fourth quarter, I mean, obviously you can score enough points ahead of time where it doesn't matter as much. But on average, throughout an entire season, including the playoffs and, Super Bowl, or, if we're going to go college football with it, if your opponent is outscoring you on average in the fourth quarter, you're probably not a top 10 ranked college football team. Right? Like if your inability to finish a game, you're probably not ranked in the top 10 in college football. Okay? I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. I got to live this on a personal level years ago that I do not like talking about. But there was a more elite team that year that overcame a 28-3 deficit. Okay, because it's finishing the fourth quarter. And so I want to relate that back to our fitness. So why do so many people then let that happen in their fitness? We get to the holidays and we have every excuse in the world, and we let every excuse in the world get to us in terms of our fitness and our health, right? The candy of Halloween, we've got, the pies of Thanksgiving and all the baked goods of Christmas and the parties and alcohol at New Year's and all these types of things. We just let all of it. Yet when we look at an elite team, it's super obvious that you have to win the fourth quarter. I was just telling our staff about this, and I was maybe it's a lesser known fact, but quarter four should be your strongest quarter in your fitness. Should be your strongest quarter in business. And say, when I say business, I mean the whole concept of Black Friday is to get companies in the black. And so you think of your mega companies like a Walmart or an Amazon, that's Black Friday is the day that they do this fire sale like crazy so that they turn the year from a red year, negative money on the year, into a positive year in the black. It's a good thing. That's the concept of Black Friday in quarter four, is that they finish the quarter strong, with Christmas. I know the holiday helps that, but they finish strong. That's what elite companies do. By the way, black and red, flip it the other way around if you're jump starting a car. There's your humor for the day. Okay. So look at the successful businesses. They finish strong in quarter four. I remember when I worked at Lockheed Martin as an engineer, on New Year's Eve, I was there. I don't remember if it was 2015 or 14, 15 or 16, but in those years that I was working there, there was a year they were trying to deliver 50, for the number. It was 47 jets in 2015 delivered the F-35 to its Air Force base. And we were there on New Year's Eve, making sure number 47 actually was fixed and got delivered. At an elite level company that makes whatever gazillions of dollars and has all these government contracts and all this, that's what they do. That's how they finish the year strong. So here's what I got. Here's my charge for you guys, and I'll jump into the announcement. So, You've got 72 days, including today. You've got 72 days left in 2025. It takes like 21 days to build a habit is kind of like the most commonly accepted one. So you can build 3 basic habits between now and the end of the year, or you could let the year get in the way and every excuse take over and you start over again in the new year, right? Like what are we doing with the end of our year? And so so here's my question: are you going to fade? Are you going to let everyone else's schedule take over yours, or are you that elite person, that elite member, that elite team player that's going to stay committed to their 2025 goals? Like, it's not over until the year is over. So like those that made, commitments at the beginning of the year or had goals for the year, resolutions, or just goals in general, like, are you just going to like let the next couple of months just kind of blow by and like you're just not going to make any progress on them, and worse, you're going to regress? Because if you take that every single time, like Q4 is a downtime, then you're going to spend the entire first quarter, January, February, March, catching back up on your numbers, on your weight loss goals, on your strength goals, on your skill goals for handstand walking. And like, then we're into the open, and like all of a sudden, like, you're performing in the open in March and you're just in the same shape that you were in October. And so that's what I want you guys to do, is think about it that way. Because if we take the summer off and then we're back up in the fall, we just do this whole year long of these cycles. I'm not actually getting any better. Okay. So 2025, I want you guys to finish it strong. And that's what we're going to do here at OYL. So I've got some ways that we can do that. I've got some ways that we are already doing it. I know you guys saw the workout yesterday and we're like, what the heck was that? That's totally different than how we normally do things. And so that's how I'll kick it off. So we're going to finish 2025 strong. I've got different events, accountability things. We've got a strength cycle we're going to talk about. OYL is about to hit 10 years as an anniversary. So I'm going to talk about what that is. I'm super excited for that. But yeah, man, don't let the holidays take ownership of your life. You take ownership of your life. You're in control. You control it. Okay. Let's party. New strength cycle. Why? Okay. So in the summer, we did a lot of volume. So lots of reps, high reps. We did 20 reps, 10 reps. We've been doing a lot there. Base level of strength. Then we did, kind of the last 2-3 months leading up to Rome Gladiator Games, we were doing a lot of power focused movements. One, because I obviously I knew what the movements were going to be for Gladiator Games, but I also want to prepare you. That's typically what you want in competition, is explosive power. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on tapering towards a 1 rep max deadlift, which we always do on December 31st. 10 years strong now that we've been doing this. December 31st, we'll max out our deadlift. It's a super fun event here at the gym. But I want to help you guys also have more fun and hit these goals that I was just spent the last 10 minutes talking about. So kind of a personal journey for me. I'm not going to talk about me. That's not what this today is about. But I have seen a ton of benefit in my personal health and fitness over the last 3 months with making some changes to the workouts I've been doing. I am still coming to class 4 days a week. I'm still hitting the committed club. I may not be doing my 5 or 6 that I've done the previous 12 years. And some of the things that I've been doing with those other days is I'm still working out, but I've been utilizing, our open gym time. I've been doing some slower strength bodybuilding style workouts like curls and dumbbell bench press, like honestly, very similar to some of the stuff you guys saw yesterday. I've also been doing a lot of walking and steps. I've also jumped all in on my nutrition as a separate thing. We're not talking about me today, but I've had a lot of benefit from slowing down 2 or 3 days a week, but still keeping the intensity high the other 3 or 4 days per week. And so, I would hate to learn something and not give it to you guys. Like that is my role here. That's what I do for you, is when I learn something new, I want to give it to you. And so that's what this is. So learning something new about myself, and I know others would benefit from this as well, regardless of your age, your stage in life. I know ladies going through menopause, this is actually a super hot topic of like this style of training as well. Like this can benefit everybody. And so basically what we're going to do is once per week. Okay. Once per week, we're not flipping everything upside down. Once per week, we're going to have a strength only day. So just like yesterday, where we're going to do a main compound lift, like a squat or a deadlift or a press. And then we're going to have 3, 4, or 5 accessory pieces or extra things we'll do right after that to help build up and isolate some of those muscles built around that compound lift to make that stronger. Sometimes, slowing down, squeezing at the top as opposed to just going, let's do on the, the rows we did yesterday. Just going fast like this is, that's good for explosion, but a little squeeze and hold at the top. That can help a lot. So we're just going to, anyways, we're not going to go into science on that. We're going to emphasize more of that slowing down once per week. Those tend to be a little bit better on your joints. And so if we start talking about being injury prone or different things there, this will help that as well. Plus, of course, we get stronger even faster. So super benefit there. The other thing we're going to do once per week on a separate day is we are going to be doing a cardio only day. Okay. Before, if you're not in the camp that likes cardio, don't freak out, but think about the only thing I mean by that is we're going to do a longer day. So think like 30 plus minutes of the actual timed Metcon part of it. I'm not saying we're going to go run a 5K. There are days that might be running, bike, and row, but like this Monday, I'll tell you guys, a week from yesterday, I have the first one of this plan, and we're still doing snatches and we're still doing box jump overs. It's just meant to be a longer workout. That's more in that 30 to 40 minute range, which, fun fact, right there around that 40-minute range is right where that fat burning like really kicks in. Okay. So those trying to lose weight, like working out for 12 minutes, it's good. It helps energy overall. But if you really want to get it, that's when people talk zone 2, long, slow run. That's why walking 2 or 3 miles, probably 3 or 4 miles is super helpful. Like we're getting up over that 40-minute mark into that fat burning zone. So strength once per week, kind of like yesterday. We'll do a cardio only day once per week as well. And we'll do that through the end of this year. We'll see how you guys like it. I've gotten a lot of feedback from both of those camps wanting that as well. And then the other days it's all CrossFit. It's literally still CrossFit, but the other days will be a little bit more traditional that you guys are used to, the AMRAP 12, the strength plus AMRAP 12, or the 3 rounds for time, 4 minutes on, 4 minutes off like we did today, that type of stuff. Okay. We're going to do some squatting. We're going to do back squats, front squats, Zercher squats. Get ready. That's a new one. I don't think we've done that a lot here. Overhead squats. We're also going to do some deadlifts, sumo deadlifts. We're going to do some power cleans and snatches. And then we'll do a pressing series as well, all throughout, again, the next 72 days. With some push jerk, push press, overhead press. We're going to keep doing the bench press. We just got 2 new benches that are adjustable. I'm super pumped about that as well. But the other one, let me help out the third camp, right? So there's the strength, there's the cardio. I'm probably 50% more, if not even doubling the amount of gymnastics that we're going to be doing as well. Okay. So because I have so much strength focused on certain days and so much cardio focused on certain days, it allows the other days for me to have more time to do more of the skills. And so muscle up, handstand walk, handstand push up, rope climb, pistol, chest to bar, and toes to bar is kind of my short list of them. I'm going to have those rotating. Each of those will be once every 2 or 3 weeks. Just kind of depending on, workouts, which means you'll see each of those about 3 or 4 more times here in 2025, which again, we're making progress in Q4. So then we get 2 months to prep for the open with our new skills that we've got, right? Like that's the cycle that I'm looking forward to. Okay. And hey, and if you miss any of these, I did want to just remind you guys, I don't know if we've ever made this like super official announcements. It's okay. You see people do all the time. But we do have open gym time that is available. So basically from when the doors get opened at like 4:45 in the morning all the way till 7:15 at night, take out that 1 to 4 p.m. block window. Gym's closed there. But anything outside of that, you are welcome to use the open gym area. You're welcome, if a class is not going on, you're welcome to use the rig and rope. You can work on this stuff in between classes and get better. You can get here 15 minutes early and do some extra walking, extra biking, or you can do some extra curls. You can do some back squats. As long as it doesn't get in the way of a regularly scheduled class, whether that's kids, tots, Barbell Club, or the main class and High Rocks class, it's fair game. Like you are allowed to use the facility like that. Obviously, I want you to do the workout per day that's on the board. But if it's once per week that you are shifting away from the workout on the board to do something that supports your goals, like that's the reason that we have that there. That's the reason we moved into this huge facility, is so that we can do that. That's what I wanted. That's why we moved, because we had zero ability to do that at the other facility. And so it was hard for me to give a speech like this of like, go get better. And you got 10 minutes before class to get better at muscle ups. Like that's just hard. So anyways, you miss out. Open gym is good. Okay. Speaking of kind of getting better, and let's round out the year. So I do want to talk about Barbell Club. Britt is pregnant. If you guys didn't know that, you know it now. Britt's pregnant. Hey, so her plan, as she, progresses in pregnancy, her plan is to shut down and go ahead and sunset the Barbell Club completely. So we don't have a plan to come back afterwards or anything like that. I know she's talked to a couple of you guys that are in Barbell Club right now. But here's what I do want to say and throw this out to you, not including tonight bonus free on what I'm about to talk about if you want. But starting next week through December 16th, you have 8. Oh, I'm mirrored in my thing. You have 8. You have 8 Tuesdays of Barbell Club left. So here's my just mini offer to you. She's going to be treating these last 8 weeks like a weightlifting clinic. I know in the past we had done some like short-term weightlifting clinics, where it's like 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that, rather than the ongoing. So I want you guys to think about these last 8 weeks like a weightlifting clinic. If you've been wanting to do Barbell Club, if you've been putting it off and just thinking, oh, I'll get to it one day, I'm telling you now, it's actually going away for real. It's not coming back. I have no plans of it coming back or subbing in another coach or something like that. So if you want to get on it, this is your last chance. And so pricing, that'll be the first question. Normally it's $99 every 4 weeks. So that would be $99 and $99 twice. I'll throw this out there. If you just want to pay it up front and get over with and kind of pay for the 8 weeks straight, we can do $179 as a way to kind of give everybody a little discount and incentive to jump in on an 8 week straight of, hey, let's get better at barbell snatch and clean and jerk between now and December. But anyways, Barbell Club's ending, 8 weeks left. If you want to treat it like a final clinic, jump in on that. Shoot me, text us, message, whatever. We can get all that set up. Probably should have said this first. Barbell Club, it's Tuesdays from 4 to 7 p.m. You come anytime in that window range for like an hour to an hour and a half is about how much time you need to do your warm up. There'll be work written on the board, and then Britt will work with you. She'll take videos, she'll give you cues, but she'll work with you to help improve those lifts based on your following kind of the programming on the board, but it'll also be in your Chalk.it Pro app. And then she also writes a bonus homework day that you can do during open gym, say on like a Thursday or Friday or something, or whatever works with your week schedule, a bonus homework day for you to just do stuff as well to improve on the off days. Okay. All right. Those are my long-winded ones. I'm going to go fast through these last ones, and I'm hope to close this out in the next 8 minutes. That would be 25 total. We'll see how I talk. Rowvember. Yes, we're doing it. I was waiting until after Gladiator Games to talk about it just because we have so much going on and I don't want to throw too many announcements. I'll recap in the description here. But Rowvember, we're going to row a marathon in the month of November. We did Marathon May. That was actually a copycat of Rowvember, which is the one that we've done for 3 or 4 years total now. So 42, that was a weird number, 42,195 meters. You're going to row throughout the month of November. You can split it up all at once. I know Ricky's been training all year, so he could do all of it all at once at the end of November this year. You could split it up into whatever you need to. If you do roughly 2,000 meters per day, like every weekday here, you can basically get to that number, which for most people is going to be in that 8 to 10 minute range. If you're rowing casually and slower, maybe 10 to 12, but like 10 minutes before class every weekday for the month of November. Like we can do that. We can get there. But that's a way to encourage you to get to the gym, an extra incentive to be here and come to class. But also just get those, burn a few extra calories, use a little extra energy, just 10 extra minutes of movement before, after class, plus hang out and talk with your buddies and stuff like that. So Rowvember, rules must be done here at OIL with our rowers. If it's a day that we're using rowers in class, yes, it counts if you do it in the warm-up or class. But no, you cannot use the rowers if you're not in class. So you could do it open gym, like before or after class, as in like in the in-between times. But if class is using the rowers that day, even if there's one left over, no rowing that day, go to class to get your rowing meters that day. Plus it just, again, we prioritize class. That is the main thing that we do here. That always wins. Okay. Rowvember, super excited on that one. November 15th, 8 a.m. It's a Saturday. Chad, Chili, and Chill. We're going to be doing the workout Chad 1000X. We do this every year, basically on the closest Saturday to Veterans Day. This is a CrossFit Hero workout. It is a gnarly one. This is probably one of the toughest ones. It is 1,000 step-ups on a 20-inch box wearing a weighted pack of, I believe the guy's prescribed weight is 45 pounds and ladies is 30. Could be off on that. It's a lot. The way we typically do it here, if you want to do it individual, you can. But most people, like 80% of people, will do it with a partner. Okay. So this is like bring a backpack, throw a dumbbell in the backpack, or put the dumbbell on your shoulder, wear a weighted vest. You'll do, 500 and 500. You guys can switch off every 10 or 20 or whatever. But do it as a partner is probably 80% of people here at the gym do it. A select few will do the full thing. 1,000, you're going to be sore for 3-4 days. But Chad Wilkerson, he was a veteran that struggled with PTSD and actually committed suicide. And so the point of this workout isn't just to honor somebody that's fallen, but it's specifically to raise awareness for veteran suicide rates and PTSD. So that is the reason we do it. It's not just a fun workout to destroy ourselves. It's so that we can remember how tough that is for those of us that don't know. Reminder to check in on your friends, your veterans, those that you do know, and make sure everything is okay. All right. So the purpose of that event, raising awareness. We're going to keep it going as a party and have some fun the rest of the day as well. We didn't do this last year, but 2 years ago we did. And it was so fun. I'm so glad to bring it back. We're going to do chili cook-off. Literally make your best pot of chili, bring it here in the crock pot, plug it in so it stays warm. We'll do Chad, and then afterwards we literally get to eat chili. Like we'll bring Fritos and sour cream and cheese and whatever other stuff. I'm sure that might offend some people. Who knows? Your choice, beans or no beans. We'll have probably 2 different categories maybe for some voting, but bring your chili. I'm super excited to eat some hearty chili after such a gnarly workout. So we'll do that. We will have a prize for the winner. We will have live voting, but that's super fun. Who doesn't want to eat chili to fuel the strength in your legs? And then chill. So Chad, chili, and chill. We're just going to hang out. So we're going to have a bunch of yard games like, spike ball and cornhole and stuff like that. We're going to have some crafts, some fall related crafts as well for kids. Bring kids for that one. But I want that to be like tailgate vibe. Like we'll put some football and some sports on the TVs around here. I'll try to mix it up to do different ones. We've got different games going. But that is meant to be just like a hangout for a couple of hours. Come and go as you please. If you can't make it for the morning, come a little bit later in the morning, that type of thing. But I'm thinking tailgate vibe, fall vibes, want to have a lot of fun and just super casual hangout. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going as fast as I meant to. Reminder, HSA, FSA, as you get to the end of the year, if you have extra funds left over in FSA, you can pay for your gym membership that way. So don't let those funds run out. Just talk to me later. At the beginning of the year, if you have more funds and want to use them towards the gym, talk to me later. That's all I want to say about that. Just a reminder because of the time of year. Christmas movie night. Okay. So we're not going to have a Christmas party this year, but there's a couple of buts. So stick with me. We're not going to have a Christmas party this year. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to do a Christmas movie night. So family movie night, December 6th, 5:30 p.m. I think is the time. Just check Facebook and the announcements in Chocolate Pro as we get closer. Wear your PJs for a movie. We'll do some crafts like popcorn machine, hot cocoa bar, like that type of thing. Fun family event. We're going to be doing a family-friendly movie, so bring kids of all ages that'll come watch. Again, bring PJs, pillows, sleeping bags, beanbag chairs, lounge out is our goal there. We're going to be doing like projector top style that way. Okay. So that'll be that night. Super fun and casual. The reason we're not doing a Christmas party this year is because we are saving up for our 10-year anniversary party. So technically last weekend was when I filed the LLC with the state of Texas and we're an official company. We didn't actually host our first class until February 1st of 2016. So the date that we usually play with is February 1st as well. So here in 2-3 months, we will hit 10 years of hosting classes at CrossFit OYL. And so what I want to do is I want to do a really big party. Okay. I'm thinking kind of the last weekend of January, maybe first weekend of February. That's going to depend on kind of venue and other details as we get it down. I'll say this much. I'm at least looking into venue, catering, fun. I don't know if we're doing DJ dancing type stuff as well, but like that's where the direction I want to go with this is, nicer, no kids. Let's celebrate 10 years as adults. And just have a lot of fun celebrating. That would be open to, for sure, past members as well. But yeah, you guys, past members, spouses as well. But anyways, I'll get you guys a date as soon as you can on that one. I want it to be big enough that we're planning far in advance. So I will likely know that one sooner than later. Okay. Last couple of things, hustle challenge. Yes, we're going to do that. We'll save that announcement for later, but yes, we're planning on doing that. That'll be from Thanksgiving to New Year's. And then speaking of Black Friday, yes, expect a general Black Friday deal. I usually do something here at the gym for like a 6 or 12 month kind of prepay. I definitely expect to do something similar. And then I'm also going to, at that time, is when I want to reactivate our nutrition program. So that'll round us out today on the last thing I was going to talk about was nutrition. So anyways, if you're planning that, if you're planning Black Friday funds in certain places, you want to prepay for the year, basically I just give a gnarly discount and throw in a whole bunch of bonuses where it means it's totally worth it to you. And then different than last year, I have a way that we can work with like a firm or Klarna or that type of thing so that you can still do monthly payments on your own. And full transparency, the reason I do this is to bring cash forward so that we can use that for our New Year's efforts. Obviously, that's a big time in the gym industry, but it costs money to market, especially against some of the quote big guys in the space. And so it's a big time for us, and we have a lot of expenses at the beginning of the year. So it's basically like a kind of a fundraising so that we can market and we can conquer the new year the way we do it. That's literally the reason that we do it, and most businesses do a Black Friday type thing, is again getting black for the year and then have the money to push forward into the new year. So sorry, something I wrote. So yeah, expect that. Last thing, nutrition. I have been working with a couple of people, kind of secretly behind closed doors type of thing, on a completely brand new version of nutrition, new app, new habits, new philosophy, kind of new like strategy of like way to attack it. Way more in depth than anything that we've ever done, and seeing monstrous results. Again, not about me. I've been doing it myself for a couple of months now and crushing it. But again, if I'm learning something, I want to give that to you because I know that's what I do. That's literally what you guys pay for. So been working with some kind of our newer members on kind of the 12-week kickstart type stuff that you guys see us advertise for working with them. So it's starting to come together. I'm feeling really good about it. And my general plan was to launch around New Year. So I'll probably have more information launch kind of the Black Friday time range as well. If you are like, Coach, I cannot wait till the new year. I've got to figure out something now. I need help. You guys have helped nobody with nutrition for the last 3, 4, 5 months. I get it. I get it. Like, I know what you're feeling like right now. I can probably do 3 or 4 or 5 more people, kind of, I say unofficially, it'll be official, but like I can do 3 or 4 more people, kind of in the more unofficial nutrition program, as I'm still kind of building it, working out the kinks of some of the app and that different type of stuff. But I'll just point blank, like I don't have time to be a nutrition coach for a bunch of kind of maybes or like, oh yeah, that sounds fun, I'll try it. If you're like super serious and like you need to make a change immediately, you feel completely lost and you want to make that change now in Q4 and not wait till the new year for it, just direct message me, either text the gym or find me on Facebook or something, direct message. I could help time-wise 3 or 4 more people right now before we get to like the main launch of like group, and here's how I could, kind of help everybody. So if you want that, message me. If not, I got something cool for the new year. Okay. Recap, and then you guys are good to go. New strength cycle started yesterday. 1 strength, 1 cardio per week, and a whole bunch of gymnastics. Think double the amount. Barbell Club ends in 8 weeks, not including tonight. Tonight would be week 0. Think of it like an 8-week clinic. So if you want Barbell Club, this is your last chance to kind of jump in on it before it goes away forever. Rowvember, we're going to do Chad, Chili, and Chill 11:15. That will be, again, the Saturday, just regular kind of class time starting at 8 a.m. Christmas movie night, December 6th. That'll be in the evening. Family night, PJs, bring your beanbag chairs, popcorn machine, and then 10-year anniversary party, end of January, beginning of February. I'm super pumped. Obviously, that's just a really cool milestone. I'm smiling. I'm just excited. And then just kind of a teasers on, yes, Hustle Challenge, yes, Black Friday, those that have asked if it'll come back again this year, and then kind of the nutrition stuff, okay? Last thing I'll leave you guys with. Elite teams perform in the 4th quarter, All right. What type of person are you going to be in quarter number 4, 2025? Are you going to let just the clock run out and just kind of do your thing and kind of give up your loss now? Or are you going to keep pushing, score some points, and come out on top in 2025? All right, guys, if you got questions, you guys know where to find me. Thanks for hanging out and giving me 30 minutes and 10 seconds of your time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Have fun with thrusters and handstand push-ups if you have not already. All right, guys, bye.